I need you to close your eyes for just 1 second and think about how you fell asleep last night. On your back? On your stomach? Maybe curled up on your right side. Now here's what I need you to understand. That position, the one you fall into every single night without thinking, could be quietly doing something to your brain. While you sleep, that no amount of medication, no morning walk, no healthy breakfast can undo. And the most frightening part, you will wake up tomorrow morning, make your coffee, and have absolutely no idea what happened to your brain during those 8 hours. My name is Dr. Franklin. I work in preventive health and senior wellness. And today I'm going to show you exactly which sleeping positions are raising your stroke risk overnight, and which single position researchers now say every adult over 60 should be sleeping in. Before we go any further, drop a comment right now and tell me, which side do you sleep on? Left, right, back, or stomach? Your answer matters more than you think. I will explain why in just a moment. Most people think sleep is simply rest. Your body shuts down, recharges, and wakes up refreshed. That is not what is happening. While you sleep, your brain is running one of the most important biological processes in your entire body. Researchers call it the glymphatic system, like your brain's own internal waste removal network. Think of it like a nightly cleaning crew that flushes out toxic proteins, clears inflammatory debris, and resets your brain for the next day. Here's what makes this so important for stroke risk. When that cleaning system works efficiently, it removes a protein called amyloid beta, the same toxic buildup linked to Alzheimer's disease and to the kind of microscopic vascular damage that precedes a stroke. When that system is disrupted, that waste accumulates night after night, year after year. A landmark study published in the Journal of Neuroscience by researchers at Stony Brook University found something remarkable. The position your body is in while you sleep directly determines how efficiently your brain clears that waste. Lateral sleeping on your side, produced the most efficient glymphatic clearance. Supine, flat on your back, it was significantly less efficient. Prone on your stomach was the worst. This was confirmed in a 2024 human imaging study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. The first-time glymphatic clearance was directly observed in living human brains. Your sleeping position is not a comfort preference. It is a nightly biological decision. Position 1, sleeping flat on your back. This is where most stroke-related research concentrates, and for serious reasons. When you lie flat on your back, gravity pulls the soft tissue of your throat directly downward. Your tongue relaxes backward. Your airway narrows. And for millions of adults over 60 who have even mild undiagnosed sleep apnea, this creates a dangerous cycle that repeats dozens, sometimes hundreds, of times every single night. Here is the data. A large-scale study published in Stroke, the Journal of the American Heart Association, followed adults aged 70 to 100 for 6 years. Those with severe obstructive sleep apnea had 2.52 times the risk of ischemic stroke compared to those without it, independent of every other risk factor. Separately, research from the Atherosclerosis Risk in Communities study, tracking over 11,000 adults, found that people with high blood pressure, specifically while lying flat on their backs, had a 62% higher risk of stroke compared to those whose blood pressure was normal in that position. Here is the problem nobody tells you. Your blood pressure is likely being measured while you are seated upright at your doctor's office, not while you are lying flat in bed, which is where you spend a third of your life. Position 2, sleeping on your stomach. Stomach sleeping is, biologically, the most damaging position for adults over 60. When you sleep face down, your neck is forced into a sustained rotation, turned hard to one side for hours at a time. A 2024 case study published in the Journal of Stroke and Cerebrovascular Diseases documented what researchers call bow hunters' stroke, a condition where prolonged head rotation compresses the vertebral artery, cutting blood supply to the back of the brain. The patient in that study suffered 3 separate brain infarctions, all caused by sleeping in this position. The vertebral arteries in an older adult are not the same as in a younger person. Decades of blood pressure fluctuation, natural arterial stiffening, and reduced elasticity make these vessels far more vulnerable to sustained positional compression. After 60, it is a risk you cannot afford to ignore. Position 3, sleeping on your left side. This is what the research points to as the most protective position, and there are several reasons why. Left side sleeping keeps the airway more open, reducing the frequency and severity of breathing interruptions during sleep. It reduces pressure on the heart. It optimizes the glymphatic clearance your brain depends on every night. And for adults managing acid reflux, which itself is linked to disrupted sleep and increased cardiovascular strain. Left side sleeping has been shown to significantly reduce overnight reflux episodes. Right side sleeping is not dangerous, but research does suggest it is somewhat less optimal than the left for cardiovascular and airway mechanics. Your body sends signals. Most people dismiss them as minor inconveniences or normal aging. They are not. If you wake up with morning headaches that fade within an hour, that is a recognized symptom of repeated nighttime oxygen drops, your brain being starved of oxygen during sleep, apnea events you are completely unaware of. If your partner tells you that you snore heavily or that you seem to stop breathing briefly during the night, do not dismiss this. A 12-year study tracking over 22,000 adults published in Neurology in 2024 found that high-risk sleep apnea was associated with a 22-33% increased risk of incident stroke. If you wake up and notice temporary numbness, Slight confusion or a brief weakness in your arm or face that disappears quickly. That is a transient ischemic attack, a warning stroke. Do not wait. Do not tell yourself it was nothing. Get to a doctor that same day. Here is what you do starting tonight. First, if you sleep on your back or stomach, begin transitioning to your left side. Place a firm pillow behind your back to prevent rolling over during the night. This one physical adjustment supports your airway, your circulation, and your brain's waste clearance system simultaneously. Second, elevate the head of your bed slightly 3 to 4 inches. Use a wedge placed under the mattress, not extra pillows under your head. This small incline uses gravity to protect your airway and reduces silent acid reflux, disturbing your sleep architecture. Third, if you snore regularly, or if you wake up tired despite a full night of sleep, speak to your doctor specifically about a sleep study. Undiagnosed sleep apnea in adults over 60 is extraordinarily common and extraordinarily undertreated. Treating it is one of the most evidence-supported steps you can take to reduce stroke risk. Fourth, avoid sleeping flat immediately after eating. Give your body at least 2 to 3 hours upright after your last meal before lying down. These are not complicated changes. They cost nothing. And the research behind each one is solid. Here's what I want you to carry out of this video. Stroke does not always announce itself. It does not always come with dramatic warning signs. For many people, it arrives quietly during the night, during the hours they believed they were safe. The position you sleep in tonight will either protect your brain or place unnecessary stress on it. You now know the difference. If this video gave you something useful, something your doctor never took the time to explain, please share it with someone you care about, because this is information that genuinely changes outcomes. Subscribe if you are new here. Every week I bring you research-backed, plain language information designed specifically for adults over 60 who deserve to understand their own health. I will see you in the next one.